All right, Shalom, Yasharala. Before we get started, we don't give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and do well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back another video, another lesson. The title of this one's going to be called Seek the Lord While He May Be Found. All right, and I was watching a video by the elder apostle Ramlab, and he was joined by the elder Kanak of San Francisco, and they did a video, PSA and other topics. I was watching it while I was working out. I just got finished, and he mentioned in the beginning of the video that the elder in Vegas, the elder Karaktaza, his page got taken down. His main page, Miss Vegas sit downs. His page got was taken down. Without no strike, without anything. They just took it. And that reminded me of of course they went into it, but it reminded me of, as soon as he said it, it reminded me of the famine of the word, and how, the times that we're in right now, Jacob's trouble is going on. We're in the beginning stages of it, and like I said, they even went into that, it's going to increase, and as it increases, this word is going to be more and more, it's going to look at as a what's the word? They don't look at it as, I guess T-ism. That's not the right word I'm looking for, but it's going to be looked at as like, you're speaking against, you're speaking against the government. We can't have that. So they're gonna take brothers' pages, brothers' videos. He spoke on, what happened back in, I believe it was '08, where, they were just taking their pages left and right. And they had to go on Daily Motion for a couple of years, and, that's coming back, and the famine of the word is on the way. So that's why I named the title, Seek the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, while He may be found. And it starts with us. That really goes to us first. It says in the, let's get that. Let's get that in, I think it's Baruch. I believe it's the 4th chapter. Was it the 3rd chapter? Let me see. 10 times more. Yeah, it was Baruch 4:28, and it says, outside 27, it says, "Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, Yahweh, for ye shall be remembered of Him that brought these things upon you." What did He bring upon us? The curses, our enemies upon us, are over top of us, putting us through hell, right? For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, from God, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more. We must seek the Lord. This goes for us. This goes for all of us, man. Seek Him 10 times more, because, hey, man, the things that's about to happen upon this world, upon this earth, is going to be crazy, and we're going to need the protection of the Lord, man. We're going to need, matter of fact, let's get that in Daniel. I'll read this again. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more. For He that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. So we got to seek the Lord 10 times more, man. Because we went astray from the Lord. We worshiped other gods, broke the covenant, broke the promises, did away with the law. We got separated from our husband. So now we're being returned to Him, being reconciled, and now we got to seek Him 10 times more, man. But let's get that in Daniel real quick. This is Daniel 12:1, because we're going to need, divine protection. This is the time of the end, right? Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael, the archangel Michael, right, who's beside Yahweh Shai, okay? The Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is going to have angels, protecting the elect. We don't know who the elect are, but Lord willing, we are that number. He's going to have, the angels, although we can't see them, no, can't see them, but we know that they're there, protecting the elect. Lord willing, it's us, right? In that time of trouble, in Jacob's trouble, he's going to protecting brothers and sisters. You may be out in the woods somewhere, but you're protected. You know, you may be in a FEMA camp, but the Lord is keeping you safe. You may be in that FEMA camp, but the Lord is still, watching over you, right? And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, right? Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And that's the elect, man. This is gonna be like a time no other. It's gonna surpass 70 AD. It's gonna surpass slavery. It's gonna surpass, anything that you can think of that happened to our people, or even in today's time, in modern times. It's gonna surpass all of that. World War I, World War II. It's gonna surpass those things, man. Okay, but those is gonna be certain ones who are gonna be protected in that time. There's gonna be divine, protection. But you gotta seek the Lord while he's still available, because like the elder said in the video, hey, Esau about to come down with that wrath, man. Okay, physically and with his technology. Okay, Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, who's the devil? That word devil is speaking to it. Let's look it up. I'll show you. Right? Show you what a devil is. Because these people who are in rulership, they are devils. Going straight to the point, devil, metaphor applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of the Most High, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. All right, a traducer. What does that mean? Of course, but we can look at that. A traducer. Matter of fact, let's look it up. Let's go over here. It says, a traducer is a person who maliciously and falsely slanders or defames someone, attacking their reputation through lies. What doesn't Esau does that? Doesn't Esau do that? Continuously attack the Israelites, through false slander and defame us, attacking well, we don't have a reputation, but our reputation through lies, or those who have a high reputation. Diddy, Bill Cosby, these other, famous ball players and those who are in Hollywood, they do that, man. Okay? It says especially Satan, false accuser, devil, slanderer. They're the ones who put the guns and the drugs in our communities, but they blame us for using it. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. He knows his time is short. He knows his time is his time of rulership is up. But he's trying to prolong it by doing, the MOTB, digital IDs, these things he's trying to come up with to prolong his rulership, man. But he knows, they know they have a short. They know it's not going. This is not going to last long. They know about the Bible. They know they're not stupid. These aren't some old men, who are docile and don't know what's going on. No, they know exactly. They know everything that's happening right now. They know about us. They know we're the main threat. The Hebrew Israelites, the true men of the Lord. No, Lord willing, we're a part of that number, But they know that the true men of the Lord of Yahweh Shem Yahshua are a threat, and they're afraid of that, But let's get Isaiah 55, verse 6, and it reads, "Seek ye the Lord, Yahweh." Okay, that's his name, Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. "Seek ye the Lord Yahweh, all right, while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." Seek the Lord while he may be found, man. Because we don't have a lot of time. Time is short. The day is at hand, man. All right, the day of all this, us going to the gym and we keep ourselves healthy. Us going to the gym and working and living our daily lives. This is all about to come. This is about to crash. The economy is about to come to a crash. The dollar's about to crash. They're about to set up a new system. Money's gonna be done away with, paper money at that. They're gonna come with digital money. They're about to track, and AIs and everywhere now. They're about to, people losing their jobs. AI's taking over jobs. All this is about to change, man. Okay, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord. Return to the Lord, man, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. Okay, so seek ye the Lord while he may be found. While he's still while this truth is still hot and ready at that. You can go on YouTube right now and type in what is the mark of the beast, or what is the breakdown of Isaiah 13, Revelation 13, Genesis, whatever. Okay? You can still get the breakdowns readily available. Ezekiel, you still can get it hot and ready. I shouldn't use that, but it's still available to you. But let's get Amos. Once this happens, Amos 8 and 5, I'm sorry, not 5, 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Hearing the words of the Lord. How do you hear the words of the Lord? The men out on the streets, on the highways and byways, preaching his word. About us doing these videos. That's how you hear the word of the Lord, man. There's gonna come a time where those words are not gonna be heard anymore. Now it's gonna be an actual famine of bread and water. Shortage of food. You can't go to the stores, and it's gonna be scarce. But it's also gonna be a famine of hearing the words of the Lord, man. Where the men of the Lord are not gonna be out there anymore. You're not gonna be able to get on YouTube or, whatever you're on, TikTok, and just look up what's the mark of the beast, or what's the breakdown of this, or what is the beast system. Things that are pertaining to your salvation. You're not gonna be able to do that anymore. Now you may have Israelite groups still up there, but you're gonna be left with those who sold out. One body in Dallas. Maybe you might get an IUIC video, but they're gonna be talking about something different. Oh, having multiple wives is sin. The real men, let's just call it what it is. The men of Great Millstone, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar on down. Those are the men of the Lord and the true affiliates. Who preach what we preach. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. It's gonna be up and down wherever brothers preach at. Us here in Baltimore, they may try to go downtown on, I forgot what street we're on, but they might try to go down Fells Point and look for us. They may try to go down near the aquarium where we preach at, and try to look for us. But we ain't gonna be out there. They might try to go down to Dallas or Florida or South Carolina where Elder Manatazak is, or New York where the apostles are and the rest of the brothers. LA. They may try to go. Jake is gonna go to these places, but they're not gonna be able to find us, man, because the Lord's gonna remove his men. Matter of fact, let's get Ezekiel. I forgot. Is it 21? No. I think it is 21. Yeah, let me see. No, it's not 21. It's I'm trying to think. Let me see. 20. Nope. Salakia. Yeah, Ezekiel 33 and 30, it says, also thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people. And they hear thy words, so they come and inquire and they listen to us, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love. Hey, shalom, or they say we love what y'all doing, keep doing it, right? But their heart, their mind, goeth after their covetousness, right? And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice. They may agree, they agree with us on certain points and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. We tell them, hey, you can't. And we tell them, hey, don't do this, don't do that, stop smoking. Don't commit adultery, don't sleep with that man's wife. That's wrong. Stop eating shrimp, pork, crab, lobster. Eat these clean foods that the Lord gave us. Right? They may say, oh, okay, yeah. But they're not going to do that. They're going to go after their covetousness. I'm going to eat what I want to eat. Right? And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, when these things start to happen, and they're coming, then shall they know that our prophet had been among them. They're going to know that prophets had been in the midst of them, man. That we were telling the truth. But it was one in Ezekiel, where it says, man, I forgot where it was. I know it's in Ezekiel, though. Let me see, is it 28? It's not 28. Man, I swore it was 21. I forgot where it was, but it speaks like, man, Salaki. I forgot where it was, but let's get this one in Romans. This is Romans 13 and 11. It says, and knowing that the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. The every day that goes past, we get closer and closer to the day of Yahushua returning, of the Lord, of Yahweh sending his son Yahushua to return it and gather his people, his elect. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. But put ye on the Lord Yahushua Hamashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. You see? Because we gotta practice, we gotta walk in the spirit, walk in wisdom. You can't be walking in the flesh, and that's something we gotta practice. That's something we gotta get control of. Have self-control in these times. Have discipline, because anything can happen at any moment. Something could just Esau, he'll just have something happen. We're in time of false flags and black swan events, So we got to be mindful of what we're doing out here, especially because they know who we are, So you might be in an area and they may see you on camera and they may try to blame you, So we got to be careful with what we're doing out here and what, and watch our surroundings, But we're in that time of, the famine of the word coming, where they're going to start taking pages down, taking the videos. Of course, they've been taking videos down, but it's going to be on a high level, So I just want to, make a quick video to that, to bring something out. But go watch the video, bring out a beautiful edification by both, the elder apostle and the elder brother from San Francisco, But Lord willing was edifying, and y'all got something out of it. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. And once again, Lord willing was edified, and Lord will be back with another one. Till then, I say, Shalom.